This is Ninja of Another Color podcast. I'm your host, the OTTLEY, the original Ninja. Tonight we're doing solo. The two Cuban ninjas are unavailable, so we're going to do what we usually do. Today we're going to talk about the Atlanta Braves. Toy news. Dating again. And we're going to do our top 10 cartoon intros. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Yes, that was Airwolf. Today, the game just ended and it was a blowout. 13 or 14 to 4. The Braves won. Acuna was attacked in the outfield, but I think it's nothing major, just some people who wanted to touch him. So let's hear some of the highlights.
This ball is scored. Triple. It gets by Doyle. You said triple. Olsen wants three, and he is in. Matty Wheels. This ball is scored. Triple. It gets by Doyle. You said triple. Olsen wants three, and he is in.
Yep, the score was 2-1, and then the Rockies came back and scored, made it 2-2, and the potential MVP did this.
Ronald sends this to right center, and that is out of here. A two-run shot for Ronald Acuna. He's now got 29 of the season, and the Braves are back in front. Ronald sends this to right center, and that is out of here. A two-run shot for Ronald Acuna. He's now got 29 of the season, and the Braves are back in front.
Yep, that made the score 4-2. And then Ronald stole his 60th. Yes, his 60th base. And yep, 60. So he's on his way to possibly 40, 70, 40, 80 season.
Moment, but a big jump. Gomba picked off anyway, but he had no chance. He took too long. The only play was to obviously pick it up earlier, maybe step off and throw. Moment, but a big jump. Gomba picked off anyway, but he had.
Yeah, he would have got picked off, but he still made it.
No chance. He took too long. The only play was to obviously pick it up earlier, maybe step off and throw.
Yeah, he made it in the second.
Moment, but a big jump. Gomba picked off anyway, but he had no chance. He took too long.
And yes, he made it in the second. And he stole his 60th, I think 61st stolen base. Sorry, the computer's going slow. And then after that, the Brave just did an onslaught with the bases loaded. Acuna came up and did this. We have no sound because computer is messing up. And what he did was he hit it. Bases clearing double. Yeah, bases clearing double because the bases were loaded. And the Braves went up 14-3. Or 14 to, yeah, either 14-3 or 14-4. Yep, that has no sound. So 14-4, and that ended the game. All right. Moving on. To our next topic. Where is it? All right. Our next topic. The dude who said that the NBA championship wasn't was I guess he clapped back against NBA should the NBA champions consider world champions? Technically, no, because we're just doing it in the state. Even though we are the best basketball league in the world, yeah, we are technically the best basketball league in the world because we have a number of foreign players from around the world that play. But I like this explanation. Check it out.
To be this close when I did this poll on my IG story. So with that being said, I feel like we got to address it. We got to address it. Let's have this discussion because it's really starting to get nasty out there. I done seen some people that live internationally talk about, oh, you stupid Americans are so entitled. You think that the world revolves around you. And do. We do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, some Americans are so damn entitled that they will travel overseas and get frustrated that a motherfucker don't speak English. So you aren't wrong by that. But this situation in particular, it's not that, bro. Noah Lyles said that NBA champions are not world champions. And with that statement, was he 100% wrong? The answer is no. Now, before the other people on the other side jump out and say, what you mean, no? Yeah, he's wrong as hell. Calm down, bro. Hear me out. What Noah Lyles said was absolutely true. The NBA is the National Basketball Association, which means it is a national league full of American teams. You feel me? Follow me. The only team on the outside is the Toronto Raptors. We know this. With that being said, you're not going to see the Houston Rockets competing against New Zealand to try to win the FIBA World Cup or an Olympic gold medal. That's not how that works because America has Team USA, where they construct a team of American players and put them out there to compete for a world championship. So, based on technicality, yes, Noah Lyles is correct. Now, on the opposing side, don't nobody give a damn about technicality, bro, because we're talking about the actual state of the sport overall. Which league has the best players? Which has the best competition? Which award is the most prestigious? You see, some of y'all hop into this debate talking about soccer or football to be respectful. And you talk about the Premier League and this, that, and how these other soccer leagues don't consider themselves world champions when they win. And that's cool. But soccer ain't got a damn thing to do with basketball, bro. You see, the most prestigious awards you can win in soccer, and y'all can argue amongst yourselves because I don't care that much about that sport, is the FIFA World Cup and the Olympic gold medal. When it comes to basketball, the championship is the NBA championship. A gold medal is cool, but when you talk about Michael Jordan, do we talk about his 2 Olympic gold medals or do we talk about his 6 NBA championships? Do people not try to slander Carmelo Anthony, who was a 3-time Olympic gold medalist? Come on, bro. Your basketball legacy as a hooper is really determined by NBA championships. That's just what it is. The NBA has taken 120 of the best international players from 40 countries and 6 continents and put them into this one league. There's no opting out like the FIBA tournament that Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, and Jamal Murray currently aren't hooping in. The Olympics where you can opt out because you just don't feel like hooping this year. You see, but Giannis made sure he made his ass back in that Miami Heat series, didn't he? Why? Because the NBA championship is that more prestigious. These other international championships that people win is just a resume builder for the NBA, bro. I'm telling you. So once again, y'all can have this notion that, oh, the NBA and Americans are just so entitled and they feel like the world revolves around them. It's an American sport. Like, what are we doing? Basketball was originated here. It became an international thing because of the impact and how great the sport is, which is why we all can come together and watch. But at the end of the day, you can't be mad if the sport championship is the world championship because it's the most prestigious out of all the championships in the world. I mean, if Johnny got 5 apples, how many apples do Johnny have if he eat one?
Johnny would have 4 apples. But again, I agree with him because it's the best league in the world and everybody tries to get to the best league in the world. So, again, semantics. He was feeling himself because he won. He won a world championship in track and field, but how many people watch track and field outside of the Olympics? Not many. The diehards. All right, moving on. Toy news. Has Super7 got the M.A.S.K license? When I say M.A.S.K, I mean Mobile Armored Strike Command. Yes, M.A.S.K. All right. From an article I read, Ace from Ramen Toys held a live stream the other day where he stated that Brian Flynn from Super7, Super7 is a competing toy store, has told him that Super7 has acquired the M.A.S.K license. Ace makes it sound like Super7 actually purchased the license from Hasbro and now owns it, as opposed to just being able to make products for the license, which is still under control. Which is still under Hasbro's control, like they do for G.I. Joe, Transformers, and the Power Rangers. Of course, none of this is confirmed, but when more details become available, we will let you know. Okay. Ramen Toys made a M.A.S.K lookalike called the Gullwing. There's a Gullwing. It looks like Thunderhawk, and the figure is like my tracker. So, what it sounds like is Super7 is trying to either make toys or figures. Yes, they're trying to either make toys or figures. And the thing is, Ramen made lookalikes for Silverhawks, M.A.S.K, Centurions, and a face for what's his name? What the hell is his name? Masters of the Universe. Yeah, him. They made here, and they made one of my favorites, which I currently backed, which is Bravestar. Yes, Bravestar is called the Marshal, so they can, I guess, do the rights and not get sued. Strength of the Bear, Eyes of the Hawk, and Speed of the Puma. They also made, this is called the Ramen Racer, but it looks like it's for, what's his name? Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost Rider. Because I guess Hasbro tried to do a crowdfunding and it didn't go. And currently right now, the Ramen Racer has 1,600 pre-orders. And they also did, guess what that is? The General Lee. So they are doing some good stuff at Ramen Toys. Hopefully I can interview him so we can go ahead and find out more the stuff that he's doing. See, that's Centurions called 80s Commanders, and that's the Indian guy, Apache Commander. So that's what Ramen Toys is doing, and it looks like Super7 is trying to get in on what they're doing. All right. At this point, ad reads, or if you have something to promote, please contact us at ninjasofanothecolor@gmail.com. We're available on Facebook. We're also available on Threads. Yeah, we are available on Threads. We're also available on TikTok. Yeah, we are available on TikTok. We can have put your product in this portion of the stream, and you can have it where you promote your product or your service. All right, moving on. Dating, yes, dating is one thing that we do at every ages. At all ages, we try to date. Okay. In 2023, do women appreciate the person that they're with? I mean, that's a rhetorical question, because if you look on the internet, it looks like women are trying to get over. So check this out.
24.
24.
What's the most a man has spent on you in one night?
$3,000.
$3,000.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
It's because we went to a club and he bought like a lot of bottles of champagne.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that one.
Oh,
Wait, there's multiple?
Yeah.
No.
I'm talking about a specific.
So where do you take you? Give me the breakdown of the charges.
Where he took me to Guanajuato City, and he did a big surprise for me to give me a promise ring. So he brought me my outfit, the hotel, the dinner, and he like shut down this whole place for us.
Was this your man?
Yes.
Oh, so he was your boyfriend?
Yeah, he was my boyfriend.
Oh, and how long were you together at the time?
3 years.
Okay. Could you see yourself doing the same thing for him or any other man?
Yes. If I'm really in love with him, yes.
She went like a designer shoes for his birthday.
Okay. So she is 24. She says she will, but ladies, would you do that for the person that you're dating? And she is 24. And
how old are you, ladies?
30.
And the thing is, the older you get, it might be a little bit different. She's 24, and the guy spent $3,000. Fellas, would you spend $3,000 on your girl and she's 24? What would your response be? Hit us up. ninjasofanothecolor@gmail.com. We're also available on Threads, Twitter, IG, TikTok, Facebook. I will include a poll to see which one of you will go ahead and let that be known. Okay. Our next dating topic is for people who are over the age of 30. does it get harder for older you get? Check this out.
Really not. Get
How old are you, ladies?
30, 32.
Okay. At your age, do you feel like dating has become easier or harder for you?
It's honestly stupid.
What's the difference between now and then?
It's harder to meet people who have the same interests as you. Because as a woman, the older you get, the more serious you get. Yeah. But men don't match that energy.
Do you think it's because men are becoming more successful as they age and they have their pick of the little?
No. I think they're becoming stupider, to be honest.
Or do you think that they're just going for younger women?
I don't think it has anything to do with age. No, I think it's that men have discovered that they don't need to try as hard to want to win a woman's heart. And it's sad because there are a lot of women out there who will settle for that, and that's fine. We won't settle for that. So if you don't bring your A game, you're just really not
Okay. I have issue with that because the one thing is, yes, guys do bring their A game. It just depends on the woman. If he doesn't feel like you are the one, then he won't do it for you. And nowadays, it's so expensive. Do you waste time on settling down, or do you take that same effort and date multiple people? See, this is when I needed the Cuban ninjas for the input. Again, I will leave a poll at the end to figure out what our audience thinks. Is it easier to spend money on one person or take the same amount and spread it among multiple partners? Let me know. Hit me up. Ninja of Another Color Podcast at gmail.com. Ninja of Another Color on IG, Facebook, wherever you get your platforms. All right. Our main story tonight is top 10 cartoon intros. All right. This is what we do. This is what we did. All right. We're going to revisit this at a later date to have the two Cuban ninjas do theirs. I have a couple outside looking ins. Black Star, Brave Star, G.I. Joe, Transformers. A lot of my stuff is obscure. So, we are going to start off with number 10. And number 10 is, you guessed it, Gargoyles.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again. We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles.
Yep, Gargoyles. The great Keith David does the intro. Great song. Elisa Maza. Xanatos, which is Riker from Star Trek. Also Demona, which is his on-screen wife. Deanna Choi. There you go. This is number 10 on my list. Great show, and I'm currently collecting the toys. I'm almost done. And yes, it's if you grew up on the block ABC, 3 seasons. The first two seasons were good. The last 2 seasons they dealt with racism, but it is what it is. We're gonna move on to our number 9. Number 9 is the GoBots. Yes, I know some of you saying you have the GoBots on, but you don't have the Transformers. The thing is, I like both, but the GoBots theme song actually said the GoBots. It's a better song, so that's why I included it at number 9. Transformers was Outside Looking In, and there were no words to the Transformers song. You know, it's iconic, yes, but I guess gotta give the nod to the GoBots. Leader 1, Sidekill, Cop Tour, Matt, Turbo, and the Power Suits. I'm still trying to get a copy of the Power Suits so I can add that to my collection because I had it before. Yes, I had the Power Suits and I had Sidekill. So that was number 9. Number 8. Alright, we're going to move to number 8. And yes, I have the Thunder Tank, and you know what this is. I currently have the Thunder Tank, so let's check it out. Yep, the Thundercats. Lion-O, Putara, Panthro, Wily Cat, Wily Kid, Snarf. Yes, those are. That's my number 8. Also, I have the Thunder Tank which I paid a lot of money for. Also, the other day I paid for I think like $20 for the 2011 Thunder Tank. So I'm trying to make a collection of all the Thunder Tanks. All I need is the old school Thunder Tank, and then I have all 3. And I need Panthro, all 3 Panthros. If I can get those, that'll be great. So Moving on, our next one, you can call it the Battle of the Planets, or you can call it G-Force. Not the one with the hamster movie, the actual Battle of the Planets. Check it out.
Battle of the Planets. G-Force. 5 incredible young people with superpowers. And watching over them from Center Neptune, 7 Watching, warning against surprise attack by alien galaxies from beyond space. G-Force, fearless young orphans protecting Earth's entire galaxy. Always 5, acting as one. Dedicated, inseparable, invincible.
That's right. G-Force, Battle of the Planets. That's what that was called. Yes, I am a 70s babies. A 70s. I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 70s, and that's what we listened to. All right. Moving on to our next intro, number 6. For those who loved 5 days a week on UPN, and I think this is in the 90s. This was a black lead that I don't think anybody thought about. Check it out. It's called The Cops.
Cops, Central Organization of Police Specialists. Fighting crime in a future time. Protecting Empire City from Big Boss and his gang of crooks.
Yep, it's crime fighting time. And guess what? At the end of the show, they would list all of the characters. Bulletproof vests, all the characters. And it was a good show, but the toys sucked ass. They did. The toys really, really sucked. And now we're going to go into our top 5. But to recap, from 10 to 6, we have Gargoyles, the GoBots, not the Transformers, Thundercats, which also could be covered with Silverhawks and Tiger Sharks. That will be in that universe. G-Force, or Battle of the Planets, and Cops. All right. Number 5. I don't think it's no surprise what this would be. It's the GOAT of all Japanese animations. Say it with me now. This week on Dragon. Tell me that doesn't get you hyped up. Yes, Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, the original, the GOAT. Don't let nobody tell you any different. That is the GOAT of all Japanese animation. They can come with the One Pieces. They can come with the Attack on Titan, Death Book. That is the GOAT. The GOAT of Japanese animation. And our next one comes in second, which is, the funny thing is, I learned Spanish by watching this TV show. Yes. Back in the day, I lived on an island called, well, I still live there, but St. Thomas, the United States Virgin Islands, and this used to come on in Spanish. My second GOAT, Mazinger Z. Yep, Mazinger Z. Mazinger Z. Transor Z, whichever Z you want to have it. That was my first introduction. Well, technically my second introduction. No, my first introduction to Spanish. Yeah. Because later on that year, 1986. But we're going to move on to our number 3, which is going to surprise a whole hell of a lot of you people, because y'all probably don't know this show because it's not rebooted. It rebooted in the 90s, but I will bet none of you know what this show is. Won't even know what it is, but check it out. This is my number 3. Either number 3 or number 4. Check it out.
And now, the new adventures of Mighty Mouse, starring the mightiest mouse in the universe, Mighty Mouse. I'm full of pure heart, and I'm so lovely. I'm always being chased by Oil Can Harry.
I'm Oil Can Harry, and I'm bad. Mighty Mouse spoils everything. Oh, he makes me mad.
That's right, Mighty Mouse. You could not tell me anything about Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse was my dude. That was my dude back in the day. You couldn't tell me nothing about it because that was my guy. And came on CBS, and that's what it was. Him, Pure Heart, and Oil Can, either Oil Can Harry or Oil Can Boyd. No, Oil Can Harry. Oil Can Boyd is a pitcher. Yes, back in the day, I did not know about racism, so I didn't put two and two together that Harry was black, and he was a bad guy, and he was misogynistic. But here nor there. But number 2, yes, it's going to surprise a lot of people. Number 2 is, I just let it start.
Fabulosos y secretos poderes me fueron otorgados el día en que levanté en alto mi espada mágica y dije: ¡por el poder de Grayskull! ¡Yo soy He-Man! Klinger se convierte en un felino superpoderoso y yo me transformo en He-Man, el hombre más poderoso del universo. Solo 3 seres comparten este secreto: la reina Sorceress, Man of Arms y Orco. Juntos defendemos el castillo Grayskull de las demoníacas fuerzas de Skeletor.
Yes, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe in Spanish. Yes, in Espanol. Yes, for the first year, we can only get it on the Spanish channel. So that's what we did. That's how I learned Spanish. Yes, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. All right. Before we go any further, let's recap. Let's have our OLIs. Our OLIs, which is outside looking ins: Brave Star, Black Star, Silverhawks, Tiger Sharks, Transformers, She-Ra, No Adventures of He-Man. I have a lot of OLIs, but number 1. The number 1, which y'all, again, number 1, also Bionic 6. Give a shout out to Bionic 6. Our number 1 is, without further ado, it'll surprise you, but it was on Cartoon Network. Our number 1 is... Yes, Thundercats and the Radical Squadron. Yes, that was my number 1. Yes, my number 1. Nobody else's number 1. Because it was my number 1. My number 1, my number 1, my number 1. But also, one thing they did that was so awesome, they did a cover for it. They did a cover that was so awesome that we are going to listen to it. It sounds so awesome. That's how good it was. We'll listen to it again. SWAT Cats, Radical Squadron. Yes, SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. That was my number one. Okay, to redo the list one more time, at number 10, Gargoyles. Number 9, GoBots. Number 8, Thundercats. Number 7, G-Force, or Battle of the Planets, whichever one you want to call it. Number 6, Cops. Number 5, The Goat, Dragon Ball Z. Number 4, Mazinger Z. Number 3, Mighty Mouse. Number 2, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And number 1, SWAT Cats. Alright, if you have your own top 10 or you disagree or agree, you can hit us up on all the platforms. Facebook, Ninja of Another Color. IG, Ninja of Another Color. Threads, Ninja of Another Color. TikTok, Ninja of Another Color. And at our email, Ninja of Another Color Podcast. No, Ninja of Another Color at gmail.com. Hit us up. Anything you heard on the show, just hit us up and let us know if we're doing it correctly. All right. It is 12:38 in the AM, August 29th. Today we talked about toy news, relationships, and top 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This week, I will be working voluntarily and paid $20. I actually paid $20 to volunteer at DragonCon in Atlanta. Hopefully, I'll post some pictures on IG and Facebook. The 2 Cuban Ninjas are not available tonight. We will catch up with them next week, and we will go ahead and have their list, and also we will also compare. We will this week I'll probably do an Ahsoka review either tomorrow or Thursday before I go to DragonCon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ninja of Another Color Podcast. I'm your host, DOTTLEY, the original Ninja. We'll be back next week with our 2 Cuban Ninjas. And again, same bad time, Same bat channel. Hit us up.
Well, you got 3 hours for a 5-hour drive. You're not going to do that without breaking a double nickel.
That's right.
I'll be ready to roll Monday morning, bright and early.
For what?
We got a whole stack of new cases. I think we'll start with that guy up in Frisco. He threw his partner out the window to take over a shopping mall.
Oh, sounds like fun.
I'll save you receipts. I'll reimburse you for your gas and oil.
You're one of a kind, Hardcastle.
How you cooking? Yeah, I think the kid's gonna come around.
Slow motion man, iron and steel in the palm of your hand. I had quiet heart, living your life in the state of the art. Lay down the law, don't you let him cross the line. Under the hood, got the bad and the good. Everybody's doing time. Rushing to the edge of the industry. Dream and the giants of dreams. You're on a hard road, nobody cares. If you hit the brakes, you got the big pass. Keep it in gear, one step, that's all it takes. You gotta keep your wheels on the straight and narrow if you wanna survive. Time will tell. We're on the road to
Nevada State Police. Keep all yours, California.
we won't get this chance again. Try, listen to the floor till the end and scream. Driving like a dream in the times of dream. Drive.